one time when I was a stoner, I was in Milwaukee, and I know this family, they're from the islands or whatever. I think, uh, Finland. I think they're from Finland. You're Finnish people. I used to have a girlfriend. She was from Finland. They're different breed of people. They're different. But anyways, I was down there getting high, of course. You used to be a big time stoner. Like to be a cop because all cops, they have to get high to realize the effects that it does to you. And I would notice the effects when I see people. See, I would make a good detective. To be the criminal, you have to be a criminal. To know the criminal, you have to be a criminal. You know how they operate, what they do, how they react, what they say. You have to be a criminal to know a criminal. Anyways, I know a stoner when I see one. Just like a gay guy knows a gay guy when I see one. I'm not gay. I had 8 women in my life. That was enough. Never met the right one, but anyways. So, it was a long weekend. Anyways, when I was down there in Milwaukee, this is in the ghetto, and they were making soup. I'm like, oh wow, soup looks good. What is that? Vegetable soup? I know it's gonna be chicken noodle soup. I go, well, where's the chicken? Well, first you boil all the vegetables and that, and then you add the chicken. I go, well, where's the chicken? She goes in the refrigerator, she pulls the chicken out of the refrigerator. It's still in the bag. She cuts it open, rinses it off. She goes, here's the chicken. I go, well, aren't you going to cook it first? She goes, no. She goes, watch. She takes the whole chicken, just puts it right in the soup. The whole thing. Bones and all. I'm like, whoa, I've never seen them like that before. Aren't you supposed to take the meat off the bones and do that? And you go, oh, no, Uncle Jimmy. That ain't how we do it around here. And her one son comes to, yeah, Uncle Jimmy, that shit's the bomb. You gotta eat it slow, because of the bones. Eat it slow, you gotta pick the bones out. But it's good, Uncle Jimmy, it's good, it's real good. So yeah, I made some. I've been taking it to work, and I hear a lot of complaints how it smells and looks like shit. And these people up here, they don't know what it's like to be in survival. You're gonna make chicken soup, you put the whole fucking chicken in there, you don't waste nothing. I rinsed it all out and everything, and I put the whole chicken. Well, you saw on YouTube, I put the chicken in the oven and cooked it for 10 hours on 250, and chicken all fell apart, so I stirred it. First I took the legs out and the wings out, ate them separate, and then I just kind of stirred it all up, made it into a big soup. It was cauliflower and broccoli and midget carrots, and I used chicken broth, and I used beef stock broth. So what's the problem? Well, it's because it had bones in it. That's the problem. You get a small spoon, you eat it slow, pick the bones out. And people are like looking at me like, you are fucking bananas, dude. You fucking completely lost it. So me at work, I've been thinking all week. This is what every payday I get something to cook up, and that's what I do. I eat it for a whole week. I pick something and I eat it. So I made chicken soup, but I didn't add no noodles. Because, see, I believe the noodles get in the way of the bones. It's kind of hard to You know, find the bones in there if you got noodles in there. Because noodles are kind of starchy, and yeah, you just don't want nothing to. You just the vegetables all turn to liquid anyway, so it don't matter in the meat. It just gets falls apart. But so, anyways, I took a couple of bowls and I got the pot and I added 2 bottles of water and I got on low heat and yeah, I'm gonna eat it all. I paid for it. I'm gonna eat it. I've done it before. I regretted it. I did it when I was high. I regretted it. But so I'll never do that shit again. You get them little tiny bones, little tiny bones, like the bones in the tail, the little tail, and you get them little bones in there. And it's like the little rib bones and stuff like that. Spine bones ain't so bad, leg bones, that's real easy to take out. But them little tiny bones, from the tail, I think that's the ones I found. But yeah, that's one I caught Hungarian style chicken soup. Yeah, that's what I caught it. I had it for about a week, 5 days. I eat the shit up, you know, get her done. It's just one little chicken, probably 3 pound chicken. It wasn't a big chicken, but it was probably about 3 pound chicken. It was the size of my hand, leave the size of my hand, yeah. And it's kind of rounded, like that. It was probably about 3 pound chicken. Yeah, so, yeah. Then I use virgin olive oil. My boss says to me, he says, "Well, how much fucking oil did you put in there?" Well, I put about a quarter cup of virgin olive oil. I didn't want the chicken to stick to the bottom of the pan. And cooked it on low for 10 hours. I was like, God damn, that shit stinks. Don't you ever bring that shit here again. God damn, it's like nasty. I'm a fucking eat shit like that. Just like my sardines. Hey, I'm Hungarian. Hungarians eat fucked up shit. And look at me, I'm gonna outlive every fucking one of them. They go, you got health insurance? I'm like, hell no, that ain't nothing but a fucking scam. Well, you're gonna pay for when you do your tax. I go, well, how much is that? They go, 300. Oh, I can handle that. Yeah, $300. But this my other boss told me, my other one told me that every year it goes up. Yeah, when you pay in. At the end of the year, when you do your taxes, it goes up. He says it goes up to about $900. So this year it'd be 300, next year it'd be 600, next year it'd be 900. So if that's the case, but it ain't nothing but a fucking scam. You know who's fucking starting this bullshit? Obama. First he made us get car insurance. You can't use the goddamn shit because the first time you use it, they fucking get you a high risk driver and then up your rates, and it's all a big fucking scam. Some guy in Madison sideswiped my truck. It was hit and run. Okay, so they told me I had to get 3 places to check it out and price it. One place was $850, another place was $650, another place was $350. Okay, of course they accepted the $350 one. Well, my deductible was $250. I got a check for $75. Go figure. And the people kept calling me and calling me and calling me. When you want to set up an appointment? When you want to set up an appointment? And the one that kept calling me was the highest one, $850. But that one guy, he tried working with me and asked me how much was your deductible. And I don't know nothing about that shit. Now, if I would have told him, yeah, my deductible is $250, then he could have jacked the price up. But see, my boss at work, he says that's bullshit. It's against the goddamn law. They can't make you go to different places and pay the cheapest one. That's bullshit. Well, they did it with me. They paid the cheapest one, the cheapest estimate. Well, they didn't pay shit because I didn't get it done. I can't get it done for $75 after the deductible. So actually, they're making money off here. I had to pay $250, so they got $250. Sent me a check for $75. I ended up fixing it myself. See, same thing with health insurance. You gotta go in, and the first thing you do is pay the deductible. And then when you walk in, admittance fee or room fee or whatever, you're gonna be paying $1,500 no matter what. As soon as you walk in the hospital, you gotta fucking bill $1,500 no matter what. Every fucking time you go in the doctor's office, it's $150 you're gonna be paying out of your pocket. Plus paid insurance. They don't even send you a goddamn birthday card. I talked to this one guy at work. He says he pays $1,000 a month for health insurance. $1,000 a month. So it's a fucking scam. See, before you didn't have to pay car insurance. In the state of Wisconsin, you did not have to pay car insurance. That was fine. That was great. But now they made us do that. Now they're trying to make us get health insurance. And I think that's bullshit. If you're a healthy person, why should you have to get it? Some people need it. Some people are there fucking brainwashed. And they said, well, you need to come in and we'll do some more tests. Of course, they're going to keep testing you until they find something wrong with you. And say, well, this is going to be a major surgery, and then they're going to have an accident and going to cost you even more. They're going to cut something wrong or do something wrong, and then it's going to cost you more. I was like the fucking mechanic. He says, oh, you got a major leak in your oil. But we have this bottle for $75 to stop leak proof and guarantee you the car for 6 months that it won't leak. And it costs $75. If they get 1,000 people, that's $75,000. If they get 75 people in one day, that's $75,000. It's a fucking scam. I said, well, was the dipstick full when you read it? He goes, yeah, it was full. I said, well, the leak must not be that fucking bad because it's been 3 months since I checked it and it's been full when I checked it. You're not supposed to be that smart. See, they go down there with the spray bottle with oil. They got a spray bottle with oil and they spray underneath your engine. And they tell you, come on out, look at this. See, the oil's leaking here, here, and here. We can fix this. Well, tell you what, I got a brand new motor in my truck. I had them put a brand new oil pan on it with a new oil seal. Don't try to pull that bullshit with me. And then my car, well, I know I got a little leak on the manifold on top. Just a little leak I can smell when I lay on it, when I take off. When I get the beaver down, I can smell oil in the car. But it's not on the bottom, it's on the top, so it ain't so bad. It's always full. It's always full. And then they tried telling me with the, I think it was the truck or was it the car? It was a truck. They said, well, you got a major tranny leak. I said, I just had that transmission put in. And with a new gasket. They completely rebuilt the tranny. He said, well, it looks like you got a major tranny leak here. I go, okay, when you checked the tranny foot, was it full? He goes, yeah, it was full, but you got a major leak here. I said, you know what? I checked that fucking tranny foot a month ago and it was full. And they said, well, we can sell you some stuff here that'll fix your tranny leak. It's going to cost $75. I'm like, no. If it was full when you read it, and it was full when I read it, I don't need it. Do the oil change and we're out of here. I'm out of here. Well, it looks like you need new wiper blades. I just replaced them wiper blades. There's nothing wrong with them wiper blades. It's a scam. These fucking people out here, they're fucking crooks. You know, it's like, okay, I took the truck in. And the guy tried telling me, okay, I know I had a little leak in the power steering stabilizer unit, you know, and there was a leak. They said that the box was rotten, where the fluid goes, the power steering fluid. The box said it was completely rusted through it. It was just seeping right through it. And that the box needs to be replaced. I go, well, how much is that? He goes, well, that's about $150 to replace the box. The box itself is probably $75, but you know, to replace that box is going to be about $150. $50 to put it in, or if it's 75, I don't know, but that's just, no, I'll wait. I ain't got money like that. I go, well, you know, it could lead to the internal organ, you know, you have more problems and involve your steering or whatever. That's no, I'll be alright. I'll just keep adding to it. I go, okay, whatever, you know. They try to talk me into this and try to talk me into that, you know, like, nah, I ain't got no $1,000 to replace my power steering unit. So I dumped this thick ass water oil in there and they go, oh, you shouldn't do that, you're gonna wreck it, you know, there's certain seals in there and that's gonna eat them up. They said, you need to get all that motor oil on there and put your power steering fluid in and bring it on in and we'll see where it's leaking from and we'll fix it. I'm like, no. I put that motor oil in there and it don't leak. You're gonna wreck it. Oh, we don't recommend that. I'm like, well, that don't make sense. If it don't leak and you want me to take the oil out and put your power steering fluid in there so it does leak, that don't make no sense at all. So it leaks, but the bottle's been full for a goddamn year. Whole fucking year. Especially if I put that 20W50 oil in there. It's an old truck. It's an 87. You can do that with power steering. You know, I found out. Power steering works fine. Works fine. I got 20W50 oil in there. Yeah, leak out maybe pint in 1 year. Huh? Tumble? The fuck is tumble?
Hey, yo.
They hung up. Tumble? Who the fuck is Tumble? Don't answer the phone. It's goddamn monsters. They want money. They want fucking money. They all want money. Every fucking goddamn one of them people out there want money. It's 39 degrees out. It's 39 degrees out. Look how big I am. I run the fucking shear press. I cut all the steel at work. I cut 1/4 inch thick steel, 500 pounds, 60 inches wide, 120 inches long, 1/4 inch thick, all the way through with 500 pounds of sheet. And I fucking shear at least 30 ton a week. I shear a lot of steel, man. 500 pounds a piece. All day, 8 hours a day. That's what I do. Guy at work, he says, fuck, you're gonna have fucking arms the size of fucking telephone poles. I really do. I really do. Big boy. Let's go weigh myself. $231. No, 231. $231. Where's my marker? Where's the marker gone? Oh, damn it. The magic marker's gone. There it is. Marker's hiding. Uh, 231. 231 pounds. That's pretty good. And that's naked. All I got on is boxers and socks. Weigh 235, 234, 227, 230, 228, 224, 236, 225, 227, 234. 2:31. I can who fucking call me. Okay. Wow. Let's see here. I think I know who that is. It's the guy downstairs. Fucking people. Tamba. Atomic bar. Does that mean blow up? What the fuck you calling me for? I have nothing to say. Leave me the fuck alone. Well, next month, April 1st, I'll be here 14 years. I moved in 2001. Yeah, I moved in 2001. Now it's 2015, so that's 14 years. April Fool's Day, I remember that. Never forget it. That's when I had money. Just got out of jail for growing marijuana. 7 fucking pot plants. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Well, the probation officer said I would have only got 6 months probation out of it. If I wouldn't have got caught with fucking pot on me. The millennium. Yeah, the world was supposed to come to an end. Year 2000. So I figured, fuck it, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die high. So I went to Milwaukee and got me a bag of dope. On my way back, I got pulled over. I was on signature bond for the pot plants. They got me felony for having pot on me, felony for having a pipe on me, a felony for bail jumping, a felony for growing pot plants, and a felony for having pot on me. They wanted to get me with 5 felonies. They wanted to put me away for 16 years in prison. Ain't that something? Colorado marijuana is legal. Instead of Wisconsin, they figure they make more money, giving people drug charges. I spent most of my time in jail because of marijuana. 9 months was the longest. 6 months before that and 3 months before that. I guess what it does, it goes up 3 months each time. First time was 3 months. Second time was 6 months. Third time was 9 months. Next time it's going to be 16 years. If that's where they think I belong, the system's fucked up. See, this is what I do. I don't do nothing. I go to work, I pay my bills, and I don't do nothing. I come home. I sleep. They want to put me in prison for sleeping. Sure, once in a while, get some dope and high. What else is there to do? It's just like getting drunk. Ain't hurting nobody, ain't bothering nobody. You know? What the fuck? Those fucking people out there fucking killing people. And they're worried about putting me away for getting high. They were about putting me away for getting high. Well, like I said, it's been 14 years since I've been in jail. And I want to keep it that way. Just saying no. I tell everybody to get high just to arouse them. I'm not. I'm clean. I told my probation officer, he let me go early. I had 5 years. I did 3.5. He let me go early because he said a guy with karaoke and bullfrogs was the least of his worries. Every time he gave me a test, I came back clean. He released me early. And what helped was that before I went in, I paid off all my Huber. I paid off all my fucking court fines, everything. It cost me $12,000 to grow 7 pot plants. Plus, including I had to get a lawyer, of course. I had to get a lawyer because I didn't want to go to prison for 16 years. The lawyer, let's see. The lawyer alone cost me, well, I guess $1,500. I think. He didn't do shit for me. Wait. Is that the second time or the first time? First time. I think it was the first time. I think I had a lawyer. That was 15 years ago. Oh, wait. So they got in the shoe factories when I got busted from pot plants. So, 1997. And I think I got busted for the pot plants. That was kind of weird how it's the same time when I inherited $21,000 from my grandpa when he died. That was a coincidence. It's like, oh, he's got money. Let's put him away. Let's fuck up his life. Let's give him a couple felonies so he can't get a gun. Let's fuck up his life. Dodge County. You know, they always say you gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. So now I'm wondering if these 2 felonies I got 2 felonies. I'm wondering if I can get a pardon on that. People say I could. Because it was just for pot related. It wasn't no violent. Nothing like that. Nothing violent. That I can probably get a pardon on that. Because I like to go deer hunting. Before I die, I don't want to catch me a deer and cut it open and eat it. Well, not raw, but, you know, my dad did it, so why can't I? Well, I can get a crossbow. I cut my arm off with a chainsaw. I can't use a bow and arrow. But they said anybody can use a crossbow. It don't matter if you're handicapped or not. But I can't use a bow and arrow. I can't pull it back. I'm not power. I can't even lift my thumb up. See? When I make a fist, I can't do that. Got a disability. A lot of people say the disability is in my head, but seriously, I got a disability in my right arm. I cut it off with a chainsaw. 17% disability. That's why I pretty much stay home. Don't go nowhere, don't do nothing. Because my arm. If I would have never cut my arm off with a chainsaw, I would have been the fucking man that I used to be. I used to build log cabins. I probably still can, but once I hurt my arm and stopped smoking dope, I gained all this weight. So I don't think I'll be able to stand on no fucking log wall and pound fucking 12-inch spikes with the 20-pound sledgehammer. I don't think I'll be able to do that anymore. Maybe the first couple rolls, but that's it. I used to weigh 135 pounds, skinny as a fucking toothpick, and I used to be able to stand on the fucking log wall. You know, I used to stand on the log and pound the fucking spikes. I used to do that. Yeah. Well, now, we also did it with the scaffolding too, because it got windy out and shit. And the wall started swaying and shit. You know, we have 2 boards supporting it, you know, to hold it up. I probably still can do it. I know how to do all the butt cuts and all that shit. Yep. It's kind of a cool thing though. Building log cabins. It's dangerous, but it's cool. A lot of hard work. First thing you have to do is build a fucking basement. Once you get that done, then put in your subfloor. Put all your brackets on the bottom. And from there you go on up. Start building. We call it the shell. The 4 walls all the way around. We call that the shell. Each time you go up another layer, you build. We always had a loft. Every time we built a log cabin, we built a loft. And underneath the loft was the bedrooms. You can build it however you want it. The biggest one we built was 3 stories. 3-story log cabin. So above the loft had another loft above that. Called it the lookout tower or something like that. The guy had a chimney. We cut a hole in the roof with a chainsaw and we put a chimney in there and a fireplace, the whole ball whacked. The guy was a millionaire. I can go there anytime I want, the guy said so. I helped build that log cabin. And I fucking bleached all his logs. So they're beautiful white when I was done. Every fucking inch I scrubbed all the bark off, all the mold off, everything. They were completely white and shining when I was done. Buckets and buckets of bleach. Well, I think that time they didn't want me to use bleach. They just pure snow. I think I started out, but the guy said no, he didn't want no bleach on his logs. He wanted to keep it natural wood look. Well, the bleach killed the fungus. So I don't know why. Maybe he was allergic to bleach. I don't know, but the lead man told me no bleach. I had these 2 5-gallon buckets of water with half water, half bleach, and took me, dumped them outside. He says, no, use snow. Take snow and smear it on the log, and fucking take the scrub brush, steel scrub brush, and you scrub that fucker clean using snow only. Just snow. And I remember him putting the logs on the sawhorses, and had me doing it down in the basement, dumping snow right on the logs and just fucking scrubbing them clean. And we used those for the banisters for going to the loft. Everything was all natural wood pine, the whole cabin, even the trim all around it for the basement. Yeah. And just slabs of the trees. And we'd cut them up into bundles and sell them for firewood. Didn't waste nothing. All the wood got used, every piece of it. And the inside was all tongue and groove. I used to sand all that with a palm sander. Tongue and groove. I did all that. Me. Sand every fucking inch of that fucking tongue and groove by hand. With a palm sander. For hours and hours and hours. With palm sander. Changing the pad. Changing the sandpaper. Changing the sandpaper. Changing the sandpaper. Hours and hours. You gotta move the scaffolding, make the scaffolding higher, make the scaffolding shorter. All by myself. That's when I was 26, 27 years old. Yeah. They got pictures. I ain't got pictures though, but I got a camera now. Shit. Could have made videos. Well, let's see, we're up until 53 minutes. There we go, 58, 59, 60, 54 minutes. I think that's enough. Bye. Check my suit.